impressive touchdown just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback will keep it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On the move. Shakes off the defender. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Clemson jumps to the line. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Collins. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. It's Raiola. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Complete to the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Sampson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually. Just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Collins. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown LSU! Ready to try the point after. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Snags it quickly on the left. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Off play action on first down. He's going for the big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's got an open man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. it was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality and the grit.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. To the ground with the back. And they'll knock him down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Back to throw, it's Collins. And it's incomplete and the defense holds.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Running behind that left side.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Makes his connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, looking for a man. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. This one's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. To the air, it's Raiola. They're trying to get to it. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll bring it back. It's Simmons. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Caught in the backfield. It's Robertson. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Now the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle. Now you got another chance, first and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold him to a field goal.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Push down for the tackle. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. He's got his man, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Off the play fake. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got him, and nobody's close. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger.
Nothing but green ahead. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
They get him down to this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw the ball.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Quarterback moving. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. This is a designed run. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Creates a little space. Running toward the tape. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. They take the lead with the 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simmons. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Little. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal for the offense. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yardage situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Let's it fly. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
He breaks a tackle. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to impose their will with the run. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this 1st down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They go to the ground. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in 2 gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I tell you what, these are so frustrating, right? He drops back, it's a pass, he wants to throw the football, but when he starts scrambling, these are those chances where you get those chase down poke outs or hit the QB as hard as you can to try to force a fumble. You got to do something to get the offense the football now.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get...
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you just have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Give to the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Gets it out quickly. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Tigers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's fourth down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, and keep the drive alive.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, it's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only